Hey everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we are heading back on over to Reddit, filtering by top post of this week, and just seeing what the Huns have been up to, because as always, they're always up to something. There's a lot of saying always. So if at any point you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to also check out my description below for all of my fun links. And with that very short intro out of the way, let's get started. Okay, but can you not? Okay, here's reason number 999 why I love this product. I went from naked nails and a ugly pink bandage to polished and camouflage/bedazzled in 10 minutes thanks to Color Street. Slap the nail strip right over the band-aid and presto, it's barely noticeable. I'm going to zoom in, but even without zooming in, I notice it. I definitely see that you have a bandage on and it looks, yeah, I mean, I can't zoom in, actually. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so I zoomed in a little bit closer. Yeah, you can absolutely tell that you have a bandage on. Like, I get what you're going for, but you could have still put the nail strips on and kept your bandage on. You didn't have to put the nail strip over the bandage to make it look like this. Like, you can still wear it, just don't wear it on your middle finger. This looks worse than if you just didn't do this. This is why you love Color Street, so that you can make your nails look real bad. Like, it's okay if you don't wear any nail polish, a nail strip, whatever, on that one nail that you obviously hurt, or that one finger that you obviously hurt. Like, you'll probably have to wear a band-aid for, like, maximum a week, depending on what you did. I have to see what the comments say on this, because I have a feeling they'll be great. Barely noticeable. It looks like she has an inbreeding finger. Ooh. Oh my god, this reminded me of my son's 10th grade biology teacher. She made everyone hold up their thumbs and went row by row, calling out the names of all the students who are from inbred families according to how their thumbs were shaped. LMAO, hot mess. That teacher had a lot of screws loose. Because kids are totally respectable of other kids who are different. Geez, what was the thinking calling them inbred? Yeah, this is not where I thought the comments were gonna go. But as always, the comments never disappoint. I'm sure your kindergarten is very interested in your pyramid scheme shake every morning. Miss Hun, what flavor is your shake today? My students every morning. My answer today, maple chocolate coconut. It tastes like a Mounds bar dipped in maple syrup. Message me to get yourself delicious breakfast or any other meal, to be honest. Shakes. What? Why'd she add that? Like, she should have added the or any meal, TBH, at the end, because the way it says is, message me to get yourself delicious breakfast or any meal to TBH shakes. Like, that doesn't, no, you should have just added that at the end. But, I mean, who am I kidding? This definitely didn't happen. And if it, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe she genuinely talks about her flavor of shakes with her students. And they're like, what flavor do you have today? And she, like, makes it interesting because she's trying to maybe convince her young students to go home and tell their moms about the wonderful shake that's changed their teacher's life and how they should do it as well. Manipulating children. Really good teaching strategy right there. But also, for me personally, I hate coconut, so the idea of a Mounds bar in a shake sounds absolutely disgusting to me. I mean, I'm sure it sounds good to a lot of people, but it's Herbalife, and we've seen what their food looks like, so it probably looks like, it looks like absolute crap, but when you say chocolate, yeah, it probably does. Notice how she also didn't put oh, did you put a picture of her shake? Let me zoom in. Oh, it's in, like, the Herbalife, like, shaker bottle. Like, come on, I can't even tell what ugly, disgusting color it is. It's probably ugly, disgusting brown. I see what the comments say. I'm really sorry, but I stopped reading this post after maple chocolate coconut. It tastes like a Mounds bar dipped in syrup. I can't imagine how disgusting that would taste. All these flavors are like picked out of a bag at random, it seems. Even at the scammy little health food places that open the flavors will be grape frosting brownie and sour apple birthday cake. That is so true. It's like they really do just like maybe spin a wheel or put a bunch of flavors into an AI machine, and whatever it spits out, Herbalife's like, yes, that sounds great, and everyone's gonna find it delicious and want to eat it. I mean, I guess people do. Herbalife is still, unfortunately, going strong. It's more strong in other countries than it is in, like, I'd say the US or Canada, which is really unfortunate, and it's people who don't speak English, so they are unaware of, you know, what is really going on, and that is when MLMs become so money hungry and very, no, I was gonna say evil, but I don't think that's the right word, just morally corrupt, in my opinion, when they have already exhausted all their English-speaking clients, and they're like, oh crap, they've caught on to the MLM pyramid scheme, the model that we have, and now we should go to different countries that don't speak English, and we can manipulate and convince them that this is the great idea until they exhaust that, then potentially go to a different country that speaks a different language, and just go from there until they can't anymore. And I really don't like that, and that's why, like, when they're always excited to branch out to other countries, and most of the time I guess they are like English speaking countries, like they'll say we're branching out to Europe, or we're branching out to, which I know in Europe like they speak other languages than English. Should have just said like England, or Australia or Canada. Like they're excited to branch out into those, but it's so they can branch out to other countries that speak other language and manipulate those people. So they won't stop until they manipulate the whole world. Would you rather buy 2 dozen eggs at an average cost of $9 or 4 books from Usborne Books for $4.99 each? So are they saying each book is $5 because that's going to be more expensive than buying 2 dozen eggs at $9, because 4 times 5 is 20 and 2 times 9 is 18. So they failed there, if that's what they are saying. And also, like, yeah, you could buy books, but you could also go to the thrift store or a bargain book place or the library and just get a library card, and then you have a bunch of free books. So you would have to pay, you'd still probably buy your eggs, but you could get your books for free. That is probably a bad comparison. I get what they're saying, like eggs are very expensive right now, but really, why would you want to spend your money on overpriced MLM books when you could instead, I guess, spend it on overpriced eggs at the moment? See what the comments say. Oh, look at that. They went, yes, so if you guys don't know, Usborne Books is either changing their name or they have changed their name to Paper Pie. So that is their new name. They're still Usborne Books, they still sell books, but they are now Paper Pie, which I do think sounds a little bit cuter than Usborne, but after saying Paper Pie out loud, I kind of really don't like it. Alright, comments say, I can't eat books, hun. A book is just a paper sandwich. Change my mind. According to the Cube Rule of Food, a book could be classified as a taco. See, these are the comments I look forward to. That is true. You could eat a book. No, nobody's stopping you, and she could be saying that instead of eating eggs, I have another alternative food for you. You could fry up the book. You could scramble the book. I don't know where I'm going with this. I've gone to my hair girl for at least 15 years. She's great because she doesn't push product. Every now and then she asks if I need something, but I always say no, and she doesn't try to give me the hard sell. I follow her on Instagram, and I just saw she posted a video saying she is going to start selling Monet. Apparently, she's been looking to add a retail line and had allegedly heard good things from other stylists, so she ordered a box of product and is going to play around with it. She totally acknowledges that she was a bit weary because of the MLM thing. The comments are all, you'll love it, I won't use anything else, and my heart is sinking. I had a few appointments with another girl at her salon when she was out on maternity leave 2 years ago, and I'm bracing myself for having to switch stylists permanently. That is so unfortunate. So unfortunate. At least they are, it's gonna be a hard conversation, I think, to be like, when her main stylist is like, why do you no longer want to come to me? Like, what's the problem? And I would say, because you're selling Monet and I don't support that. And I can't support that. And that may either go over okay or it may not. But the fact that her hairstylist even like had a comment like to where she is aware that like, oh, I wasn't sure how this would go because like I know it's an MLM and I know how that is. When you already have that and you know the negative stigma of an MLM, just don't do it. And if you want to carry a retail line, there are other ways to do that. You don't have to join an MLM for that. And then of course, clearly HUN's got to her. HUN's convinced her that this is the best and greatest and #1 hair care brand out there, because they always say that, even though a quick Google search absolutely proves that to not be true. It's like they think we don't have access to the internet, but we do. But yet, like, when you argue with them, they'll say, like, well, look it up, do your research. So they do think we have the internet, but they just want us to do the research that makes them look good, not the legitimate, real research that's out there that proves that most of the things they say are not true, and proves that they are an MLM, proves that they have a lot of lawsuits out there, proves this, that, and the other of reasons why you shouldn't support Monet. But they want you to do the research that shows all the good things about Monet. The bias research. That's what they want you to look up. See what the comments say on this. I would change stylists at the very least. She will use Monet on your hair without you knowing. I had to stop going to a nail salon because they use new skin products. Not a fan, and regardless of how nice the products are, I am staunchly anti-MLM and cannot support such things. Wishing you luck in this, as it is hard to find someone who can envision what you envision. Yep. I absolutely agree. Oh, and OP says, yeah, given all the stress of the past few years, I'm already losing my hair, which has always been fine and not particularly full to begin with. So I don't really need Monet to make it look even worse. Thank you for the good wishes. I watched the video and legit couldn't breathe. I was in such disbelief. I'm not quite sure what video she's talking about, but either way, at least like they are aware that they have to switch. It's for the betterment of their hair. Even if the product doesn't like make their hair fall out, it's still the idea that you are anti-MLM, you don't support these products, and that first individual was right, where it's like, these HUNs will use the product on you unknowingly, and it'll look good in the moment, because obviously it's not going to make your hair fall out immediately, but they'll be like, what, doesn't your hair look better than it's ever looked before? And they'll like hype you up or gaslight you to believe that it looks any different than it did previously, and it's because of the overpriced Monet shampoo and conditioner, and that's the only reason it looks as good and voluminous and wonderful as it ever has before. But I would be so upset and really angry if somebody used an MLM product on me without consulting me first. Like, tell me what you're using on me before putting something on me, because you don't know what that person is what that person thinks. And you can say like, oh, well, I wanted to change their mind about MLM. If someone is truly anti-MLM, truly to the heart, to the core, they're not changing their mind just because you use the product on them. Absolutely not. Ew, just when I thought she couldn't annoy me more than the incessant post about the opportunity. So it looks like a Facebook post, and someone in Young Living posted, never have I ever essential oil edition. 1 point for each one. Gotten oils in my eye. Cooked with oils. Put oils down there. Used oils on my face. Put oils in my drink. Used oils for my feelings. Used oils on my hair. Put oils in my washer. Put oils on my kids. Used oils on dryer balls. Used oils on my pets. Used oils on my floors. Used oils on my spouse. Used oils to clean my toilet. And the individual said, I've done it all. I am extremely triggered by the fact that of 2 things on there. Putting oils on your kids and putting oils on your pets. That is so dangerous and can harm them so much. And especially pets, it can kill them. Like, if you love your animals, don't put oils on them. Also, putting oils down there, that doesn't sound good either. The only one out of all of these that I think isn't that big of a deal is using oils to clean my toilet, because that's exactly what they are. They need to go down the drain. Far, far down the drain. Not any of these other options. Maybe, nope, none of them. Just put them in the toilet, flush them down the toilet. That's exactly where they belong. Okay, so totally don't know if this is your vibe or not, but working with Monet is my full-time job. I actually retired from my corporate job in less than a year working this business completely from my phone. And Monet is blowing up in the UK right now. You mentioned having to wait till you got paid. What if you could heal your hair and make a second stream of income just using your social media? Would you be interested? I have a feeling you would kill it. If it's a pyramid scheme, then nope. LOL, it's not. Are you the owner of Monet then? No, I'm not. I'm affiliated with them. So, how does it work? You share the products and you make commissions. It's basic sales. How exactly? You recommend appropriate products for the client. They order from the website through a link and you send them, and then you get paid. Checks come every Friday and big bonuses on the 15th of the month. And OP said, definitely not a pyramid scheme. To be fair, I do like that the HUN mentioned the products. They were good with that. They said, you know, oh, it's just you recommend products to people, but also the whole, you share products and you make commission. It's basic sales. Like, it really is not just sharing the products. Like, they use the word share, like just sharing a picture on social media results in you getting paid for that, or you sharing about it to a friend automatically means that you make money. You sell a product and you make commission. That is the better way to word it instead of saying you share it, because that's misleading. But wow, who would have thought that in MLM they use misleading words? Let's go back to the original, totally not copy and paste post that they said. Maybe they like tweaked it a little bit for this specific person. I don't know. You never know. Also, if they truly were blowing up and doing so amazing in Monet, they wouldn't be sending these messages. People who are doing really well in Monet, like the top 1%, they don't send messages like this. Absolutely not. They just tell other people to send messages like this. That is the difference. So people who are actually a part of the 1% in MLMs are just telling other people to send these messages. People who are sending these messages are not making the life-changing income that they think they are, or that they one day want to. That is the difference. I do like this person, just like, if it's a pyramid scheme, no. It's like, LOL, it's totally not. Oh, good. And good response of like, oh, so you're the owner of Monet. It is your true business then. Like, that's awesome. It's like, no, I'm just affiliated with them. It's like, no, you just paid to work for them. See what the comments say on this. I don't like how they say that all you do is recommend the products. You can recommend products all day until you're blue in the face, but if nobody buys any, there's no commission to be made. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. It's this misleading thing that you just share and talk about products and you make money. That's not how it works. That's not ever how it works. I mean, unless like you are truly an affiliate and they are paying you to talk about the product, like that is different. But in an MLM, you are not an affiliate influencer. That's not what you are. You are a salesperson for the company. You need to sell the product in order to make commission. It's not just you talk about the product and they pay you to do that. Two different things, but they weirdly like mix them together all the time. Encounter with scammer in Knott's Berry Farm line. Recently, while scrolling through the sub, I noticed a lot of posts consisting of the same and or similar scripts that scammers seem to present to their victims. Upon reading the encounters, I realized I've had a run-in with a scammer, presumably Amway, but didn't realize until now. Last year, my boyfriend and I were waiting in line for Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. A girl in her 20s was waiting behind us and started telling my boyfriend how much she loved his jacket patches and pins. She then slowly began to ask us what we do for a living and if we'd be interested in expanding our social networking skills. She mentioned she works for a nonprofit organization that would teach us how to retire in our 30s, but was very vague about what her job actually consisted of. Other phrases I remember from our conversation were her mentioning her mentor, great business opportunity, and how we should meet up again to discuss how her company actually works. Now, if you've ever waited in line for Ghostwriter, you'd know it's usually an hour wait. So we had to listen to this girl pitch her scam for about an hour until we boarded the ride. Because I felt rude and awkward ignoring her for the rest of the wait in line, lol. I did give her my number because she seemed friendly and I thought I'd make a friend. However, I did get weird vibes from the business opportunity. She texted me days after telling me that after consulting with her mentor, he would like to meet with me to discuss their organization and how to expand my network so I can retire by 30. I figured by then it was either a scam or a cult, so I just blocked her, lol. You live and you learn. Yeah, this seems like typical Amway script 101. They always talk about retiring in your 30s, and they do refer to their upline as a mentor, which is really gross and definitely gives me culty vibes. I mean, she's not wrong with like scam or cult. Like when it comes to MLMs, it's like really both. It's a total inner, they go hand in hand. I was like trying to like word it differently, but when it comes to MLMs, it is a scam and it is a cult because they truly make you feel like you need to be a part of this, otherwise you're missing out, and only the people on the end get have all the fun and all the information, and no community is any better than when you're in it. But of course, that's the thing, is that you have to pay to be a part of this thing, and they convince you that it's the greatest thing ever, when it's not. You're just paying for this friendship and to be a part of this community. And the moment you decide that maybe you want to get out, the community shuts you out, shuns you, and it's not really as great and amazing, and they're not as wonderful friends as you thought they were. Not everyone is like that, of course, but it has happened more times than it ever should. But, you know, this person was just being sweet, and they were clearly stuck in this thing. In this line. I mean, what are they gonna do? Get out? I mean, honestly, I probably would have, knowing me. I'd be like, oh, weird, I have to like leave right now. But, I mean, and they obviously didn't know back then that they were pitching them an MLM. They were just being nice, and I'm sure the whole conversation was not about, you know, the opportunity and the MLM. At least I hope it wasn't. They were probably just trying to be sweet and trying to be friendly, and that's how they get you. They come off as sweet and relatable, but they're just trying to recruit you. It's not a real, genuine connection like they say. To make a real, genuine connection, it can't be real and genuine if your whole point is to make them join underneath you so that you make money off of them. Like, how is that a real, genuine connection when you're just using them to either rank advance or hit your numbers or make money off of them, make commission off of them? None of that is real or genuine. See what the comments say. How many people do MLMs get the era because people don't want to be rude? Lots, I bet. A lot of cold sales techniques is just abusing the social contract. Joke's on them. I actively love being rude. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be rude either, but like, I also, like, I can't stand when people just like want to make small talk with me when I don't want it. So I feel like I would probably be nice about it and just say like, it's not something I'm interested in, no thank you, and then like face the other way and not ever look in their general direction. I don't know. You never know what you're gonna do in like situations like that. So who knows? Again, it just depends on the person, it depends on the situation. And they didn't know it was an MLM at the time. They didn't join. It's all good. But very interesting, and absolutely was Amway. It has the Amway script 101 written all over it. Alright, so we have reached the end of the video. We all know what that means. It is meme time, and it says, I am looking to hire people interested in making $1 million a year. No, this is not a multi-level marketing scheme. We will be committing fraud. And the OP said, it's the same picture. Exactly. Just because you say you're not a scam doesn't mean you're not a scam. And God, it's just so good. It's so perfect. It's like, don't worry, this won't be an MLM. We'll be committing fraud. Which, in that case, you probably will be making $1 million a year over an MLM. Because when you're committing fraud, you're typically not putting money into it. With an MLM, you're putting a bunch of money into it, hoping to get something back. And you don't, most of the time. 99% of the time, you don't get your money back. You're just wasting your money. You're just putting money into multi-billion-dollar corporations that claim they love you and claim they're about the people, while you're struggling every day, putting yourself further and further into debt. Alright you guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!
Just let go and walk away.